Hey, Bless Tribe, it's Coach Jess. I'm back again with another mental health motivational word. I am about to dive into the bed, but I wanted to get on before I got into the bed with you guys. I wanted to just tap in and give you some nuggets of what God wanted me to give you. Um, Today's message is kind of like, I don't know, it's like puzzle pieces being put together. But God say, for those of us who are on job assignments, we have to learn how to change our attitudes. So basically, it's just been an atmosphere, I believe, since COVID, the customer service in certain, areas that you go out in the community, you may be witnessing this yourself. People just don't want to be at these jobs. I think that COVID revealed to people who they really are, what kind of talents they really have inside of them, and what they really desire to do with their time, 8 hours a day. You may not want to do it on somebody's assignment, or you may be forced to do it because you have obligations like most people. But God wanted me to get on to remind you guys about your job, have a positive attitude. Make sure that you are not coming in there with a jacked up attitude, messing up other people's day. Make sure that you are doing it unto Him, not unto your boss or to your pay raise or to your trying to impress your coworkers, because that's going to irritate you when you don't get the results you want. But if you're always having a smile on your face, you're always treating somebody else's business as if it was your own business because you represent that company, or it could just be good practice for those of us who are entrepreneurs and we are branching out our businesses and leaping out on faith. God say, take your job assignment that He has given you to make your ends meet and to teach you some characteristics and some things about the business that you can take over into your own business. He's saying, look at those things that He's given you and do it unto Him. Practice as if this is your own business with your own title on it, with your own name on it, whatever services you're going to give. Make sure that you are representing that company just like you would your own individual company that had your brand on it. This is going to be good practice. So you're not just on a job just to pay your rent, just to pay your light bill, just to get some clothes and shoes and travel and things like that. You are not just out here just designed to work. That wasn't the creator design for you. Is just to work and work on somebody else's assignment and not be fulfilling your own purpose, not be walking into your own gifts. That is what you're supposed to be doing. And sometimes you are able to use your gifts on people's jobs. I know for me, I love the youth. I love education. I love advocating for people and just seeing people grow. I am like a walking Rolodex of resources. I try to provide people with resources that I have in the community. So that is like something that I've been able to actually use in my jobs that I've been able to obtain. I've not always had this attitude on the jobs because I didn't understand the assignment. But now God has revealed to me, when I get you on the job, it's not just about the job. It's an assignment. I need you to be looking at how you interact with different ethnicities. I need you to interact, see how you interact with customers, pitching sales and things like that. It's certain things that God had me go through before I was able to be the leader that I am for you on today. I had to go through certain experiences and downfalls and pitfalls and promotions and applying and going through the interviewing process. All of those things taught me something that I can bring into my own business. So God say, don't be showing up with a jacked up attitude, ruining everybody's day. If you're not happy on the assignment that He has you on, or the phase in life that you're in right now where you're still working and pursuing your goals and your dreams part-time, He says to listen, do not go on these jobs with a jacked up attitude. What you can do is you can take your skill set and you can put it out there on the internet and apply. Take a leap of faith and go somewhere else where you're not going to be miserable every day and misrepresenting the companies that you represent. I have been hearing so much and even experiencing when I go out, the customer service is jacked up. People be stealing tips, just because they don't earn them, they just take them. And I don't like to do business with people like that. It's really just not my style. So if you are out here representing a company and you are a supervisor or something, and you see your employees doing certain things that'll make customers not come back, because I'm the type of customer, if I receive poor customer service, I might give you another chance, but most likely not. Because I understand I have power in my money. So when I spend with you and I give my resources to you, that's a way of us exchanging communication. So if I invest in you, that means that I am happy with the service. So if I never come back, that means, I might give you another chance. I might, if I felt like that day was just off, I may come back. And if the same experiences are happening, I'm quick to give a review. No, it was good, or either it was top notch, because I want other people, when they go on Google to look at reviews, to be like, oh yeah, this was a recommended place. And most of the time you'll go down the reviews and they'll all be about the same. So just if you are unhappy on your job, just try to get you another one. And when you get on that new job, be looking for the assignment, be looking what God wants you to work on, because no matter which job you go with the job. So the characteristics, your perspective, how you look at stuff, having a nasty attitude, just there for a check. People can tell when you just giving them services for a check versus when you're working for the kingdom and you represent the kingdom, no matter if you're working for somebody else or working for yourself. Okay. So that was just something that he just wanted me to share. Okay. So if you're unhappy on your job, apply somewhere else. It's okay. Nobody gonna be mad, but just still be working on the assignment, because it is something still in you that he wants to bring out. Okay. And literally today I was like, okay, having a moment where I was walking down like some slippery steps and I literally like tripped and fell. And I just, as you're falling, you're just like, okay, I just fell. Okay, I got back up. And God gave me a revelation. And I just was like, ooh, thank God I didn't hurt myself. But God says sometimes we fall, literally, okay? And sometimes we may fail, but we never give up, all right? So God say that he is very proud of you for all the sacrifices that you have made. God say that he wants you to continue to go on that journey that you're going on, even though you have made, a lot of sacrifices, you've made a lot of mistakes. You may have stayed in things that did not serve you, but for the sacrifices and the steps and leaps that you have taken in these past seasons, okay, he says he is very, very proud of you. Remember where you are today, and I have to tell myself this because sometimes I'm like, oh, I should be making more progress. I should be doing this. We just are very hard on ourselves sometimes because we are ourselves. We don't really see our progress like somebody else would be seeing it. But God say, listen, somebody else want to be exactly where you are. Okay. So he's very, very proud of the work you've been doing, the self-development you've been doing, sowing into channels, seeking positivity versus negativity, just trying to live a more productive life. God say he is very, very proud of you. And all the things you've given up to follow the kingdom, he sees it, he acknowledges it, he loves it, he wants you to continue to do it. I guess somebody out there in the blessed tribe was about to get defeated. Somebody needed to hear those words. I know I did, because sometimes I am just sowing and sowing and my light is just shining and shining, and I'm just, giving, even with my daughter and the people I work with and just people in the community. Like, my light just shines. It doesn't go off. Sometimes I love to be a fly on the wall. I love to just blend in and just observe and just listen and watch without speaking. Because when I do that, I have more value to say when I actually open up my mouth. When you are few with your words, when you do have something to say, people are all ears. They're all paying attention because they know you have something stored inside of you that God is wanting to bring out. He also wanted me to share with you, just like he is proud of you, other people see you. You don't need people to physically call you and tell you you're doing a great job. You're doing it for the kingdom. So don't get caught up in who's not calling and who is calling and who watching and who not watching, who's sowing into it, who not sowing into it. God say he sees it all, okay? And people are proud of you. A lot of people that you feel like not even seeing you, they saw you being this person or this version of yourself before you even saw it. So it's not even a shock to them. It's just a shock to you. You're just now catching up to who you really are. So just know that people, even people that act like they dislike you or may have been irritated with you in certain seasons, they've been waiting for you to wake up to who you were designed and created to be. So if you've gotten out of relationships or left job situations or whatever big move you had to make to follow Christ and to get into the kingdom, God say he sees it. He's proud of you. He acknowledges it, and he wants you to keep going this way, okay? Um, like I said, somebody else want to be where you are. So just make sure that you are continuing to plow forward. It's working. I know that you wouldn't even continue to be on this journey if it wasn't working. So just know it goes a little slower than instant gratification that you get from the world. But like I said, it's nothing wrong with your stuff. It is just taking you through a process so that you can have it long term. It's this is all about longevity. It's not about short term gratification. That short term stuff is not going to last really long. So the way that you're going, it may seem like the long route, but it's going to pay off in the end, okay? Um, and he's even proud about the things that you choose to ignore. I know a lot of people, even me, we come against attacks. The enemy gets into different people and the spirit try to throw you off. But just always be cognizant of your responses, okay? Not just a reaction, but respond. Say, slow that down. Nope, I'm not even going to get upset about whatever we're going through. I'm going to talk it through. So just make sure that you are paying attention to what you can ignore. A lot of stuff, if you do not respond to it, it'll go away immediately. Sometimes your reaction, instead of responding to certain things that happen in our lives, it escalates things and make them bigger than what they really are. But a lot of things, if you just ignore it, if it's something that is just happening around you or something that you can remove yourself from or just not put gasoline onto a fire, just being the higher person, taking the higher road, being the more mature person in certain situations. God is even saying he's proud of you for being that person, for taking that route. You are not doing it because you're scared, you're a punk or nothing like that. You are really just being the bigger person, being a person that represent the kingdom, that you can sleep at night and just not worry about a thing because you did the right things throughout that day. So a lot of toxic things that you can get pulled into or used to get pulled into, God say he's even see the things that you are ignoring. Those are sacrifices. So it's certain little things that you're doing in the kingdom and God does not want them to go in vain, okay? So lastly, like I said, sometimes we fall and we fail, but we always get back up. We always try again. If that way didn't work, we go back to the drawing board. We go back and pray. We fast. We try to see, what direction God wants for us to go. So your resiliency is really important in this season because you will fail, you will fall, but at the end you will be successful. You're going to be the person who is on the job that you desire. You're going to be the person in the career field that you desire. You're going to be the person starting the business full-time, part-time, until you can do it worldwide or whatever. It's a process to it. But God say, listen, do not stay nowhere unhappy, miserable. You hate your boss. You hate your job. You hate the clientele. That should not be the attitude that you have when you go to work. Work is not always going to be fun. You're not always going to be able to do the thing you want to do in certain seasons that God have you in. But don't be miserable. Don't misrepresent nobody's company. Because one day you may have employees. One day you may have your own business and you will want somebody to represent your business just as authentically and, positively as you would. So just get into good practice that one day you're going to open up your own business. One day you may have to build your own clientele, and you don't want somebody like you with a negative attitude or not being optimistic. Somebody asks you something, you say, I don't know. You can barely open your mouth and talk to people. You're rolling your eyes, you're slamming the money, you're snapping your neck, and, just being not a person of good cheer that you want to be in contact with while spending money. People do not have to spend money with you. So as a business owner myself, and as somebody who's working on several assignments where I'm learning, where I'm engaging different people in the community, seeing how people respond to certain stuff, seeing what products out here are available for our purchase and how I can use them in my own business. Listen, I know firsthand about how it goes, okay? So I'm making sure that I always got a smile on my face. I'm always trying to make sure that I am being a great example. As a leader, you're always going to be a leader no matter where you go. You could be at McDonald's and you could be the leader of fries, the leader of management, the leader of, you could just automatically just go to leadership just because of your character, just because of how you think. Your mind is a very powerful thing. So even like things that you could ignore, the way you respond to stuff versus reacting. It is a long road to get here. I did not get here overnight. Okay, I once was a hot mess, and even now, I feel myself when I go in certain environments. I'm like, oh no, that's bringing the old Jessica out, But you're always in control. You're always thinking about, how can you just keep yourself on this positive path. So continue to have an optimistic attitude, have a smile on your face. Continue to ignore negative things that are meant to distract you. Even if you fall like I did today. Nobody saw it though, but I'm just telling y'all, okay? So even if you fall, and even when you fail with business adventures, with your weight loss goals, with parenting styles, with, certain jobs, and, anything you go to do, you may not get it right the first time. Most people who are very successful, they tried a lot of different things before they got to a level of abundance. You have to find your perfect recipe, your perfect mix, and your perfect blend of what you need to do to become successful. But don't give up. Do not give up. I know it's frustrating. I know it's a long road, but God got your hand. He's very proud of how far you have come. Do not give up, okay? I am really tired. I'm about to go to sleep. I love you guys. Continue to sow into the individual life coaching sessions with me. God has me in that season right now where I can just meet with you guys individually, and I love it. The sessions are going amazing. Thank you so much for everybody who has sown into me in London's life. Listen, this is good ground over here, okay? I know you may have met some fakes and some phonies and some people you can't depend on, but this is good ground. So hit the subscribe button. Continue to come up here each and every day, no matter whether I'm tired, no matter whether somebody mistreated me, broke my heart, I'm tired, I'm sleepy, this going bad, that going bad, I'm going to be up here, okay? And this is actually a way for me to give back versus just focusing on my own problems and my own woes and missing my mom and the holidays coming up. I have things on my mind, my heart as well. But this is a way for me not to just think about myself and my own troubles, but to also give back through things I'm working through behind the scenes. So we are doing it together. Make sure that you sow into a life coaching session if you have not. The link is always in the description. Like the video, comment something good below. Okay, give me a couple hearts or whatever you feel is necessary to communicate with me. I love you. I love you. And have a great night. I'll see you guys on Tuesday.